Hi everyone and welcome. I am Christine Jossi of Mail Something Pretty and I have a fun card to make. Actually, I haven't even made it yet. I'm copying a card. So the card I'm copying I love, and so I'm just going to do the same thing except for a different theme. So I got a Christmas card from Carol Donovan yesterday. She was actually funny. She was at my house yesterday, but I received her card in the mail yesterday, and her card is over the top awesome. And Carol makes great cards all the time, anyways. And so as I was trying to think of what I wanted for my project today, I just it was just perfect. All right, so we're good. I didn't even have to ask. Nancy, hello. Nancy, I was reading your email right before I got on live, and I have to tell you, your wreath is one of my favorite Christmas decorations. I have it right in the kitchen, and I had some team members over yesterday for soups. We had two different soups and bread and cookies, and I can't tell you how many compliments the wreath got. So thank you. And I know you're busy helping your neighbor cut the or wire it together today. So um, glad I can keep you company while you do that. But I just wanted to let you know your wreath was a big hit yesterday. All right, so Kim is here. And all right, so excuse me, we are good to go. So the only kind of announcement I have is, and I sent it on my email this morning, I'm doing a paper share. We have, the new catalog that's going to start on January 7th. It's late to me. I think January 7th is late, but that's when it starts. The celebration catalog will start as well. And so I'm doing a paper share that will include papers from this catalog. From this catalog, you'll get some free ones from this one, as well as 4 papers from the online exclusive section, and those will be going on sale the same day, January 7th, except for one pack that I'm going to use today. So you'll get to actually see one of the packs that is included in the share. All right, and Debbie's here. Hi, perfect. All right, so that, I'll try to remember to mention that at the end too for anyone who comes on later. So let me go to my desk. There we go. So first, I'm going to show you the card. I feel like hopefully it's not too dark. It looks dark on my screen. So this card, and it's called, I had to write it down, a double accordion gatefold card. And Carol said she copied it. I don't know if it was the same papers or not. I haven't even looked, from Connie Stewart. So that's where she got the idea. But it opens up like this. But then you have this fun little message on the inside. So I think it's so cute. But the cool thing is, it's like when you close it, hope you can see this part tucks in. It like you can kind of hear it snap closed. I don't know if you'll hear it or not, but so there you go. Oh, those are kind of the layers. So we're gonna copy this card that I love, and I love these colors. I've told you before, Blackberry Bliss was the kind of the color of my bridesmaid dresses, although it was called different, but it was basically that color. And of course, navy blue is my favorite. So I love this. But I thought rather than making a Christmas card, because my guess is you guys are all probably done making Christmas cards, let's do something fun. We're going to do Valentine's with dinosaurs. So my daughter loves dinosaurs, and she loves like the graphic images. So she's going to love these guys. And so that comes with some dies with the dinosaurs. And I thought that I would make her Valentine card now, and then I'll have to put it away and not forget where I put it. So that's what we're going to do. And I actually have a ruler because I haven't done mine yet. So we're just going to measure. I'm going to write everything down, all the measurements down here. And so you can take a screenshot or write them down along with me. And I'm going to use this paper. So this is called Marbled Excellence. No, Marbled Elegance Specialty Designer Paper. So it's actually, this is available now. It's fairly new. So I'm including this in the share as well, because wait till you see it. It is awesome. And it's perfect for Valentine's Day. All right, so I've used it a little bit, but you get all these like marble papers with the gold. So the colors are, I think it's like Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, Real Red, Poppy Parade. I'm actually going to use this one because it has some hearts on there. It's awesome. So I'm just trying to decide. Maybe we'll use those two together. Although this one doesn't have any pink in it. Well, I actually, that's a maybe. I told you I didn't really plan this out. Well, I did a little bit. And that has, all right, that has a little pink and red in it. And the reason why, let me put this aside. I brought up some cardstock. So our choices are Melon Mambo, Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, and White. So those are kind of our choices, and those are the colors that are in this card. So I'm just trying to decide. So this is actually kind of a, we need two patterns, and I thought the heart pattern, this one would look nice behind, since I am doing a Valentine's card. So then this is really just kind of little. So I might want to do actually the swirl that kind of is the back side of this. That might be too busy. And I do like the polka dots. I think, all right, I think I'm actually going to use both sides of that paper. I don't want to take too much of your time when I'm making my decision. All right, and so I think we'll use, where she has navy blue, we're going to use Cherry Cobbler. So then we can either use red or Melon Mambo. Or I could use red. You know what? Let's just go with these. Done. I'm not going to use Cherry Cobbler. Okay. So those are our pieces. I'm going to move these guys aside. So the first thing we're going to do is measure. Oh, it doesn't really sit flat. We're going to measure our base. Oh, you can't really see. Move over a little bit. I want you to see as I'm writing down so you can copy it down too. So the base, in whatever color, and I always, when I measure and write them down, I always do width first and then length. So it looks like it is, oh, it's 11 inches. So 11 inches wide by 5.5. This is my college from, this is my ruler from college. I took some art classes, so I love it. I still use it. All right. So that's our base. And then we're going to score it at, it's probably hard for you to see because it's reflective. 1.5. This is how I like copy cards. Exactly what I do. 3.5. If I am copying it from a picture, then rather than an actual card, then I kind of make a mock-up and do the same thing. But it's much easier when there's one to copy from. All right, so that's what we're scoring at. And actually, since we're measuring, why don't we measure, I'm going to call, what should we call this piece? The, we'll call it the inside panel. Inside panel. And that is, let's see. Sometimes a fabric measuring tape would be handy because we have to kind of, which I don't have up here. So I will say I can tell that scored at, I'm just going to do the score first, at 2 1/8. I'm going to, I don't want to flatten, it won't flatten down. Let's see. We were at 2 1/8. So that's going to be 4 1/4. Makes sense, right? Because that's half. And then it looks like that's 6 3/8. And then I think it's going to be, this is why I do the mock-ups first. Oh, and you know what? I bet it's just the opposite. This is what you guys don't see. All right, 6 3/8 when I'm designing. 1, 2, 3, 8.5, yeah. And looks like 10 and, well, actually, I don't have to write that down there because we're not scoring it, but what did I say? 8.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 and 5/8. All right, so we don't have to write that down there, but so it's 10 and 5/8 by 3. All right, and so then let's see if these panels are all the same. That's 1 7/8, 1 7/8. All right, so then let's see, the layered panels, you need 4 times 1 7/8 by 2 3/4. And then you need 1 times for the center one, a little bit skinnier. Oh, no, it's not. All right, we need 5. Well, that's good. All right. And then let's see. We have the base, we have the inside panel, we have the layered panels. You might have to call them something else, but this is what hers are, blue. And I'll just say the white on top of panels. I can spell. That is 1.5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 5/8. And then the flip open, I'm sure we can come up with better vocabulary, but should be 1 3/4 by, is that really 1.5? Nope, that should be 1 3/4 by 5 1/4, and scored at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 5/8. Okay. Okay, let's start there, and then we'll get that squared away, and then we'll cut our pattern paper after. All right. Hi, Cindy. It's nice to see you again. I got to see Cindy and Ken yesterday. We had a fun day. All right, so the base is 11 by, I think I'll do it pink. 11 by 5.5. Well, I'll just cut this at 5.5. And we have to score it at 1.5. I'll show you guys what we're making again in a second, in case you came on after I showed you. 3.5. I'm copying a card I received in the mail just yesterday, which is why I really wasn't prepped. But I didn't know if it'd be helpful for you to see kind of how I dissect a card and figure it out. All right, so there's our score lines for the base. And then our inside panel, I'm going to make this red, real red. And that needs to be 10 and 5/8 by 3. So I'm going to cut 3 first. And then we'll do this 10 and, what did I say? 10 and 5/8. So it's just a smidge off. And then hopefully I did the score. I measured them right, but we'll find out. That's why I usually make mock-ups. 2 1/8, 4 1/4, 6 3/8, and that's for this one. The 6 3/8 is really right where that the color changes. And where was I? 8 1/2. All right, so that's our. I'm sure it has another name, but for now I'm calling it inside. Maybe I'll say folding panel. All right, so that because then I had our layered panels. Oh, hold on a second. See, I'm looking. She did hers the same color, so I will do that too. Let me do that again. Pay attention. All right, so that was 3 inches. I'll just make another card since I cut and scored that in the red. I'll just make a different version. And what did he say? 10 and 5/8. Nancy says, I love hearing your mind work. Yes, I do this. So I talk out loud to myself, even if I'm not on live. So you're definitely hearing my mind work. There's definitely no, you're hearing what happens. No editing, I guess. All right, 2 1/8, 4 1/4. I always talk to myself out loud. 6 3/8, 8 1/2. All right. Not that it mattered. I certainly could have done. Where'd it go? I certainly could have done that two-toned, and maybe I will another time, but I just kind of want to copy. It's like a recipe. I copy exactly what the recipe says first, and then that's when I change things up. All right, but we will use some of our leftover red here that I cut. So these need to be, we need to do 5, 1 7/8 by 2 3/4. So I usually cut the wider one first, 2 3/4, and then let's see how many we get. So 1 7/8. So that's almost 2 inches. 1. And Nancy says she talks to herself out loud too. Nancy, we could have a conversation going on and we don't even know it. That would be funny. All right. Oh, we can get 5 out. Perfect. So we can get 5 out of one kind of width. All right. All right. So here are our little panels. Itchy nose. I keep having the itch. Sorry. All right. So, and then our white on top, and I'll kind of cut one white here. I already cut a shape here. That is. Anybody else talk to themselves? We should kind of make a time where we're all going to craft at the same time, but really by ourselves. But we'll just talk out loud and we'll see. We might throw some good things out in the universe and we might grab some ideas and we don't even know it. All right, 1 3/4 by 2 5/8. 1 3/4. I also have to say the measurements twice. By 5 1/4. I say it twice because I was going to do the wrong one. 5 1/4. So this is the folding one. And we're going to score that in half at 2 5/8. All right, so that's going to be our little foldy part up. And then we needed 1 3/4. Let's see, this might be already 1 3/4. Yeah, by 2 5/8. All right, 2 5/8 is, that's just over the 2 1/2. All right, so now we're going to do our pattern paper. So we got all our solids, I think, cut. Move those to the side. And we are, since I'm going to actually do these two patterns, but they are the same paper, I'm just going to use one piece of paper to cut. And we need to write them down. Debbie says she talks to herself all the time too. You are in good company. I think it just means, I don't know. What does it mean? We're creative. It means we're creative, period. All right. So we need two of these, and one of these. So let's see. What am I going to call these? Because I already called something the patterned inside panels. I will do this again for you. All right, so the middle, and then I'll say the middle sides, and then we'll call them just the sides. All right, so we have the middle sides, and the sides. And I'm actually going to use my smaller ruler on this one because it'll be easier. All right, so the sides maybe are 1 1/4 by, they're all going to be the same length. So we'll just measure it once by 5 1/4. Can't wait for you to see this done. It's just, I already did stamp them and color them. Save a little time. 1 3/4. We need 2 of those by 5 1/4. And we need 2 of those, and we need 1 of those. And the middle is, of course I'm using a clear ruler, 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. All right, so we can cut those. Oh, she did do some on the back. Let's see. Oh, we need to do those. So what she did, she was smart. Carol was smart. So you can either do the whole panel or cut. I bet she was making a couple of these and ran out of paper. So what she did is, because when this is closed, you're only going to see the outside portion. So she didn't do the whole thing. So you have the option to either do 1 3/4, or she did 1 1/8. I'm going to call these outside, just outside. And we need 2 of those. I'm going to write the whole thing down, but if you want to make them smaller, you can. So 1 3/4. We'll see where I am in my paper by 5 1/4. All right. So this is, I just love how it tucks in there. Okay, so now we need to cut. Not drop what I need. Okay, that would be bad. Okay, so the middle, this is going to be hard. The middle, I'm going to start with my middle. So, although actually they're all 5 1/4. So let's cut that first. That makes more sense. So 5 1/4. I might have to use 2 pieces of paper. We'll see. 5 1/4, and I want to do the middle. So that's 3 3/4. So that's going to be front and center. And then the middle sides, which is a different piece of paper. Oh, I can. Oh, phew. I want to make sure my hearts were in the right direction. So I need 2 of those, 1 3/4. 1 3/4. So those will go like on the side, and then we're going to flip it back over this way. For 1 1/4, I do. I was trying to get more color than white. 1 1/4. those will go here and here. And then for the backpack, and again, you could always do a different pattern or you could continue with the pattern. But I'm going to do what she did. So that's going to be the hearts. So I did, oh, let's see. Maybe this is what she did. I bet this is what she did. I bet she just cut this in half. Let's try it. So that would be 1.5. Like 1/16, 1 1/8. I bet that's what Carol did. So I'm going to make a note. 1 1/8. Because why cut another piece of paper? All right. Let's put this together. I thought I got an eyelash in my eye. Okay. So we are using, it feels like I cut it ages ago, I'm using Melon Mabo. So I'm going to, again, I don't know how she did it. I'm going to fold mine on the score lines first. We'll flip it over, fold. All right. So I'm going to put this down. Isn't this paper just beautiful? It's hard to cut, I'll tell you, because it's so nice. But once you cut it the first time, then it's a little bit easier. It is really nice. All right. And I like how it's not, well, you can use it for anything, but they kind of brought it out for Valentine's Day. And I like how it's not overly feminine, you know, or girly, or like, so you can definitely make some nice masculine Valentine cards with it. All right, so I'm just putting all of my patterned panels on. And you could even have a scene, you know, you kind of saw how we cut from that one strip of paper. So you could even create, you know, some papers have sceneries on them and it would all be in alignment. But this doesn't matter. All right. I think this would be beautiful with some, like, you know, some nice big hearts on them. But again, we're going to put dinosaurs on ours, but it would look really nice with some nice hearts. So I'll have to make more. All right, so these are going to go on this side. That's exactly what Carol did. Conserved her paper. The nice happy birthday card. That's going to go on that side. Make sure. Yep. All right. So here we go. So we have our gatefold, right? That's one version of gatefold. And you could even, if you didn't want to do the inside panel that we're going to do, you know, you could put whatever there, and then that could be a beautiful gatefold card, just like that. We're going to step it up a notch with a double gatefold card. So we are going to, I think I'm going to actually attach my paper before I score it. And I don't know if you can see, oh, not, yeah, you can. Carol put snowflakes on the inside of hers. So I think I'm going to emboss, as long as my machine should be here. No, it's components. Yeah, okay. I brought up 2 embossing folders, and they're both new. So this is I haven't even opened it yet. This is a celebration embossing folder, and they look like little flowers or little suns. And then this, I think I showed on the live with Anne last week, is the soft waves. So let's see. You guys want to vote? The waves or what's this called? Starstruck. Somebody put one in there. They both would look nice. They both look nice. Waves or Starstruck, let me know. And then as I get my machine out, and I'm doing that in the red on, where did the panels go? Right here on my red panels. So it's just a little piece. It's just a little accent. You could definitely do plain, you know, leave it plain. All right, Starstruck or Waves. And I know there's a little delay. So I get this ready. By the time I get it ready, someone will have typed something in, I hope. Otherwise, I have to make a decision. Starstruck or Waves? All right. Waves. Thank you, Debbie. All right. I do love it. I do love Waves. All right. So I need 2 of them. Right? Yep. 2 need to be, actually, I'm going to rebel. I'm going to do 3 waves. And I said that because she has 2 of here with her snowflakes and this one clear. But I think because where my dinosaur is, you're going to see a little with the plain. So I'm just going to do extra. All right. I'm going to actually, I'll put them. They don't even have to be in alignment. I suppose I don't even have to worry about them being super straight because they're waves. I'm going to put the folded end in. So this will be available on January 7th. And that's the one that goes with the crab and the lobster, which I have big plans for that suite. Haven't made it yet, but I have big plans. All right. Again, it just gives it a little texture. So that's nice. Okay. Alrighty, so we're gonna put that on. I just thought it'd be easier to put it on before we folded everything. So we're gonna, normally I don't think I'd put pink and red together, but for Valentine's we can. You can do it anytime. But. And there's really no right side or wrong side to that. Make sure I put this on this panel. So I'm going to put a plain red one on here, on there, actually on both of them. All right, and so I think I need to get some ink pads out now. So here we go. This is what we're copying. That's the inner panel. I have the flip up white one, and I have the plain white one. And I did already cut, and I wasn't sure what size, so I cut 2. Kind of, this is this size, and this is a little smaller, but we don't have to decide on those really yet. But I do need my stamp set, and I have ink colors, and then I have all the words. So let me actually get out my, these are my cute dinosaurs. So I already colored them. I used my blends markers. They are so cute. And I did a whole bunch of flowers. I wasn't sure if I needed them or not, and I cut some hearts. So there's a die in that too. I just want to be prepared. So I think this guy will probably, because he's facing this way, will probably go that way. And then this guy might go here. I have 2, so I could even do, I don't know what I'm doing yet, 2 there. What do I want? No, I like this guy over here. Do with him over here. And I may do one or two. I don't know yet. And I can put some flowers on. So what I have to decide on are the words. So since this is Valentine's Day, I certainly can do I love you on the inside. I like the roar means in dinosaur. So I thought that could go here. And I can even do you're the best over here. Because that's for my daughter. So I think she's pretty good. So oh, the roar means in dinosaur. That is actually one stamp. Okay. And then you're the best. Is that even going to fit? Oh, it just fits. Although, actually, I could even put it over here, too. And then, yeah, that's what I'll do. Although, actually, I was going to put I love you on the inside. This set also has, and I wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not, there's lips. These three guys are lips, and they can kind of go right on like a kiss. But I don't know if I'll do that. I might just do some hearts on that. I'll do that. I'll put hearts over there. I'll put that on the inside. And then I can even put more hearts here because I think there's no other really with a stamp heart. All right. That's what we're going to do. So now for the colors, I did bring up the colors that are in the paper. But I think I'm going to live dangerously. And I'm going to go with red. I say that because red can go everywhere. All right. So roar means in dinosaur. Oh, I can actually put flowers on the other side. That's what I'll do. And I'll put hearts in here. All right. Sorry, guys. I think. Oh, that just fits. Perfect. And I'll do the I love you on the inside. Let that go. Okay, not quite straight, but that's fine. So that will go there. And then you're the best. I have to decide. Okay, so since I'm actually not stamping any words on this one, I'll put that down. And we'll add the dinosaurs and the flowers after it's put together. This I need to glue down. And I can always add more hearts where I want them later too. Because I think this is going to need something. Because it's... And I stamped it. It can't be flowers. All right. And then that's... Okay. So now let's put this together. Let's not lose that. Let's not lose that. Let's... How many of you are telling me to close my red ink with my white shirt? Thank you. All right. So now we're going to fold. This will go in like an accordion, right? Because that's what it's called, an accordion. And that will go out like that. And rather than do it on this side, I just flip it over because to me it's easier to do things on the right side than the left side. And then look how awesome this is. All right, so I'm gonna, and again, I don't know how the Carol did it or if the tutorial did it, but I'm going to eyeball my middle like that, and then this is going to get tucked in. My guess is that's what they did. So I just secured the middle like that. I'm going to close that. I'll open that up. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to put some glue just on the edge there, because this should keep those nice sharp angles, 90-degree angles when we open it. And I could do the same thing on this side, but I'm just going to flip it this way. I'm going to close it, close that, put glue here, close that. Look at that. And so then it tucks in close, so you can put it in an envelope. Carol did use 2 stamps, by the way, when she mailed it, because it is pretty thick. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. So now we need to just decorate. What time is the time? Okay. Make sure I don't keep you guys too long. Put some flowers on here. To do different colors. I probably should, well, I'll be able to sign it. I'm like thinking I should have signed it before I put it in there, but it should be okay. Now the marble paper and this dinosaur illustrations, you know, I probably normally wouldn't have paired the two together. You know, they're kind of a different look, but I think it works. There we go. I think 2 flowers actually might work. Normally I would do 3, but I think that might be too busy. And I am going to put the dinosaur on flat because I don't think dimensionals would work. All right. And now I have to decide on this side. Close that. Close that. Do we want a big panel? Since I am using 2 dinosaurs. I actually kind of like it this way. Or, oh, see, that's what I did too. I don't even have to actually, oh, you know what? I might just leave it. Oh, darn it. Because now you're not going to see anything stamped because my dinosaur is in the way. So Carol had this beautiful greeting and the flowers there, but I'm not going to do that, but I can put some more flowers back here. All right, so I'm going to hold those in place. All right, we're almost done, guys. Thank you for your patience. Hopefully this was, if not entertaining, but helpful. And I'm going to make sure I have different, I'm going to put 3 flowers on this one. I think I'll put one in the middle. In this card, I think I'm going to actually, well, I'm wondering if I should use dimensionals, since this would probably go in a package anyways with some chocolate treats for Valentine's when I mail it to her. I might just pop up the dinosaurs. Normally, I probably wouldn't have done that because I could get it in an envelope. But since I will be putting this in a package, it can be thick. All right, so have you guys thought of other ideas with the dinosaur stamp set? It is so cute. Where's the, put it there so you can kind of see it. It is adorable. And you can see, you can use these flowers for, you know, anything. It doesn't have to be dinosaurs. As well as there's a balloon and a party hat. What else is in here? It is cute. There's a little bow tie and a top hat. There's footprints. It's adorable. I don't have anything that's like for kids, so that's why I thought this would be good. So I'll be making a bunch of kids cards. All right, so this guy I'm gonna put, oh, I'm gonna cover him up so you won't even see that there's another dinosaur coming up. All right. So I might add a few hearts in there, but I'll figure out where to do those later, and I'll take a picture of it. So here we go. So here is the front. You open it up, and then here's another message on the inside. Love it. Love it, love it. And here I'll show you the and I just love how this tucks right in. And then this was the Christmas one that Carol made. Much more elegant than mine. Mine's a little whimsy. But that's what's kind of cool about cards is you can do that. And then she had her little message on the inside. So isn't that awesome? So that's called, what's it called? A double accordion gatefold card. There are my measurements. I will kind of type them up maybe a little bit neater, but if you wanted to take a screenshot or something, you can do that. And I'll put it up. Whew. And then I don't want to lose those pieces. Yeah, it's super cute. So thank you for humoring me. As you saw how my brain worked and how I talked out loud. But it was kind of fun. It's really a fun card, and you can do tons with it. So I like it. So again, a reminder, the paper share, I just started that today. So you have plenty of time if you're interested in the paper share. But that's just, I wonder if this will come out backwards or not. Can you read that? Yeah, you can. Just mailsomethingpretty.com/share. And that's just a quick link. If you're interested, I'll post it everywhere. And you don't have to sign up till January 6th. But it's some fun new papers. And so I just wanted to get that out there. All righty. That wasn't too bad. Okay. For time-wise. Thank you so much. So I will not be here. Well, I will not be live next Tuesday because it's Christmas Eve, believe it or not. And the following Tuesday, we'll be coming home from a wedding late Monday night. And so I decided not to do a live on that day as well. And I know a lot of you guys are probably busy with family and everything. And maybe during that week I will pop on for a surprise live. We'll see. But I am doing a live with Anne on January 2nd. I believe it's January 2nd, that Thursday night. And then the following Tuesday, I'll do my normal live. So, I'm glad you guys like it. Thanks. So have a wonderful Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year. This is crazy that I'm saying all this now. Have a wonderful time, whether it be a quiet time or a busy, chaotic time, some crafting time, whatever you like to do, but do something that makes you happy. All right. I'll see you guys in the new year. Okay. Thanks.